This is a story of a young man. $800 for insurance. I'm like, goddamn. No wonder everybody worried about the next plan. First and the 15th. I'm on a jet ski, feeling like I'm 16. Talking about a wet dream. Dripping water. That mental shit to me. Now I need to call my father. Why you getting pissed at me? Money green like Listerine. Summer sun of blistering. Look at what you did to me. You're always caught up in the numbers and the facts. When she hit my line, I said, I think I got my mojo back. When the finish line comes, I'll be exactly where you're at. See, life is so much more than richer for a matter of fact. I don't wanna grow up, wanna climb a tree and roll up. Going by a bottle, pass around until we throw up. Hold up, like fuck responsibility. Working all the time, it's kinda killing me. I don't wanna grow up, wanna climb a tree and roll up. Going by a bottle, pass around until we throw up. Hold up, like fuck responsibility. Working all the time, it's kinda killing me. I don't wanna grow up. Feel it too. I wake up and I hit a snooze like it's Saturday. Dungarees and Dungaroos never go away. I got my favorite cartoons and video games. Hey, got me curious like, why can't we run amok with all the things we love? She said you're immature, I said you're giving up. But when the busy world of rich and scary in a rush, they ain't gonna trap me in a box exactly what they want. It got me wrong, got a lot of things to do and a lot of bills to pay. Moves to make, better view, but I think that we ought to take a breath, take a break, and just turn up cowabunga. Only one thing left is I don't wanna grow up, wanna climb a tree and roll up. Going by a bottle, pass it around until we throw up. Hold up, like fuck responsibility. Working all the time, it's kinda killing me. I don't wanna grow up, wanna climb a tree and roll up. Going by a bottle, pass it around until we throw up. Hold up, like fuck responsibility. Working all the time, it's kinda killing me. I don't wanna grow up.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
No. I said I don't want to grow up.
I won't ever do it. What up, everybody? Dude, it's crazy waiver wires. I'm so like, it's nuts that you can be in fantasy football shape. I know that sounds ridiculous, and I will never say that in front of any cool people. You all aren't. You play fantasy football with me. But like, you really do. Like, the waiver wire is an absolute skill. It's a skill. And especially when you do fab, like when you do free agency budgets. All right, I'm just going to be straight up. This is the biggest conundrum for me. Like Taysom Hill, Yahoo just converted him over to a dual QB and tight end. That doesn't mean shit though. Like if he's only like rushing for 81 yards, like 8 points is not good. But if he starts getting some throws and get a passing touchdown and like running one in, I'm telling you, I overpaid for him. I know I did. And I stuck him way too high on my waiver wire priority, a non-fab budget. But it's like my tight ends are my weakest part of my team. I just didn't draft them. Nobody I drafted panned out in week one. I mean, Cole Kmet, not that it won't, but Cole Kmet put up a donut. Austin Hooper was nowhere to be found. Isaiah Likely lost all his targets to Devin Duvernay. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. And then I lost Dak in a bunch of leagues. I got to drop Tennessee because they're playing Buffalo this week. Rodrigo Blankenship, my number one kicker, got cut today. What the fuck? Someone did it best on our page. The picture was perfect. And like, I did well. I think I was like 12-3 in all my fantasy leagues. But like this picture absolutely sums it up. It was like my team on fantasy draft day and my team in week one. Dude, I didn't post it. I'm not shaming anyone here. But like, it really, that's how I feel right now. And my team's still good. And it's funny because it's all like, you know, it's all your backups except for my quarterback and my kicker who are starters. Oh, man. So anyhow, a little preview. We got Thursday night. We're not going to make picks tonight. We'll do that tomorrow. But Chargers and Chiefs, what a great way to kick it off. And just some highlights. I mean, like, the Tampa Bay-New Orleans game should be pretty interesting. Washington-Detroit, both, you know, could be an interesting game. Carolina Giants, we don't know who either of those teams are yet. Just, what were some of the... Seattle and San Fran is going to be chippy. Arizona, Las Vegas. Curious to see if Arizona is just going to be a flop this year. Chicago and Green Bay will be good. The Monday night slate's fantastic. We got some. You lost your by less than 2 points. No, see, and Jeff, that's my thing. Like, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I never really make moves on week 1, but I'm like itching, and that's a bad thing. So and I listened to a podcast today, and I'll say what they kind of say. They give all these suggestions, right? And then they say, these are suggestions if you need people. Doesn't mean you need to go pick these up. I'm not going to give some of my ones that I'm going after because I do feel like there's a few guys flying under the radar this week. I really do. A few guys flying under the radar this week that could really pan out for the season. And they're not the big names. But no, like Cam Akers maybe. I don't know what to say about them though. Like he could end up being the dude. Like they really did. I was at that game, obviously. And I will tell you this. Darrell Henderson ran hard. He looked good. And I just don't see a place for Cam Akers. Like, they already have to get their wide receivers more involved. Yeah, and that's what mine are. I'm not getting anyone that I'm trying to use this week because my teams are still intact, right? And Chris Taylor has a great point. Henderson will get injured. The question is, can you afford to hold on to Cam Akers till then? And then, will Cam Akers stay healthy? Like Cam Akers, although, we're dropping is that Jaquan Brisker here? You know, we're coming off a season where Cam Akers was at a torn ACL. He didn't play much. You know, he did come back for the playoffs and played well, but he didn't play enough to know. Like, maybe they're just that's the thing. Was he on a snap count? I just don't know. It's crazy, right? Like fantasy football is nuts. Trey Lance, Tyreek Hill, James Conner, Andrew Booth, and Drake London. And here's a nice Josh Allen. Out of 50. Nice card. Who got the Bills? Eric. Oh, he's a Bills fan too. I will say this. The thing about fantasy football is that it's not like it's like, you know, in the NFL, they can be kind of in the bubble on week 12 and 13 and still go 6 straight or 5 straight. And, hey, they can still squeak into the playoffs. In fantasy football, you have a lot shorter time to figure your team out, right? Like, we start playoffs and we even get an extra week now, but like week 13, 14 maybe. Maybe it's 14 now. So you got to figure that shit out quick. Kenny Pickett, Isaiah Spiller out of 199. But yeah, everyone, how'd you all do this week in fantasy? How do you feel? Anyone feel like, man, I can't believe I drafted this well. I'm really happy. I regret. So this is another guy. Like in dynasty leagues, I'm going after him because I think he could be that guy. Danny Gray there. That's going to be out of 149. I mean, is this a guy that needs to be in the conversation? Oh man, it's just crazy. Long season ahead. And if I have like late waiver wire priority, this is another thing. 4 and 2, that's not bad. Right, so here's a guy, Chris. Jerome Ford out of 299. Yeah, I'm with you. Guys like Akers, there's no way I'm dropping him for a 1 week wonder. You paid too much for him. The cost, you know, and that's another thing you got to look at. So like there are guys I don't necessarily want to drop, but they didn't have a great week. Like Marquez Valdes-Scantling is a great one. I was taking him so late. Not that he's not going to have a good year, but I feel like in that offense, he's just going to get lost in the mix. So if there's a guy I want to go after, I'm going after him. And the guy I'm dropping is probably Marquez Valdes-Scantling. You know, now there's a guy. But yeah, you don't want to get guys that you felt good about and just because they didn't start week 1. And hey, there he is again, Sky Moore. Pulled him a couple times today. Kansas City Chiefs. There you go, Dougie, kicking us off. Yeah, I have one share. I mean, I'm in a ton of leagues, and one of them is my dynasty. So I've had CeeDee Lamb since he was a rookie. But CeeDee Lamb, and then I have like a couple shares of Dak because he fell so late. You know, it was hard to not take him. Velus Jones, Wan'Dale Robinson. Here's another one. What are you guys doing? Does anyone have any shares of Kadarius Toney? Like they sound uncertain about him. Yeah, I get that, Jamie. I really do. They were so uncertain about Kadarius Toney going in. The Giants didn't seem to really love him. You know, You didn't have to pay a lot for him. Are you hanging on to Tony, or you keeping him? Yeah, unless it's a keeper league, Jamie, and you're playing long ball, I don't think you need to hang on to Pickens. He might have a good week, but I still don't think, he's that guy. Russell Wilson scared me a bit. I got him in a few leagues. I don't think he's going to have a lot of games like he did last night. I mean, they brought the pressure. He was on a big stage. I just don't. With Russell Wilson, he's just kind of a weird dude now. He just seems a little off. He's drank too much of the Kool-Aid. He's making too much money. Yeah, Josh Palmer was a big pickup for people, and he's available in a lot of leagues. That's true. Very, very true. And on that note, Gerald Everett. That's a tough. You got to remember, Rob. You hear it from a lot of NFL players. That is one of the toughest stadiums to go into and play. And I think they made it extra tough on him last night. There's a Pickens in. How about this? Nick Bosa out of 25. Good news on the injury front, though, for two of the major injuries this week. TJ Watt and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's already done with surgery. They said he could return as early as 4 to 6 weeks. Same time frame with TJ Watt. He's not going to need surgery. So there's a good chance that we'll see him. If he needed surgery, he was done for the season. So that's good to know that, we're going to see those guys back. TJ Watt is an IDP player for me, my first round pick. So kind of one of those things I did not want to see him go down. Mac Jones, my first round IDP pick. We do them separately. You're a Broncos fan? So, Rob, tell me, honestly, was it more disappointing their play or the way they managed the clock? I mean, the clock management at the end, I'm sorry, but that's pissed me off more than his play. His play wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. But his clock management at the end was, you paid a lot of money. You need to be in control. And he looked like he was just kind of, well, I'm here to play. Almost like he wanted to give the Broncos one. Or the Seahawks one. There's a Matt Ryan out of 299. Tolbert and Trayvon Walker. There's a Malik Willis. The coach looked like... Here's what I think happened. And I'm going to just real quick say this. I think there was a plan in his head. And when Russell Wilson didn't get that playoff faster... The coach kind of Russell Wilson called it timeout. This is what I think was happening. Bear with me. I don't think I'll ever admit this. And I'm holding on this because I stand by this. I told Jamie this today. I think the plan was he was supposed to get up there, go for it on 4th and 5. If they didn't get it, they have 3 timeouts left. They can stop that clock. They only have 15 to 25 seconds, depending on how quick they can get that clock stopped to get the ball back. But it's Russell Wilson, right? He could do it. So here's the thing. It's 4th and 5. Run up to the line. Get a snap off. Get a quick first down. And now you have 3 timeouts. The game's over. You win. You have 3 timeouts. You need a couple yards, first down, whatever. But you don't get it. You have 3 timeouts. Yeah, whatever. And then he came back and said it was a dumb decision. That coach sucks. Everyone can point fingers at Russell Wilson. But the math was there. Maybe it's... Hassan Haskins going out to the Tennessee Titans. I don't think it's true. I think he's full of shit. The reason he called those timeouts, and you see him talking to the official, he's like, I have 3 timeouts. No, you have 2. Your quarterback called a timeout, motherfucker. That's what happened. I don't think he realized, we used one of ours. We literally can't stop the clock. And Pete Carroll's over there jerking off on all his players. He's everywhere. He's going nuts. He knows it. And he's not even letting if that would have been Bill Belichick would have been pissed off that he's waiting another second to get home and get in his lazy boy and watch film. But Pete Carroll's let's go to the bar, motherfuckers. He was just so happy. I get it, Rob. Listen, man, you're talking to a Bills fan who had guys like Nate Peterman. Is that his name, Nate Peterman? And, Tyrod Taylor was all right, but we had, there's a list of guys. I literally have blocked them out. It's so scarring. EJ Manuel and Trent Edwards and just so much crap. Peterman is the GOAT. Oh, I wanted to do Luminance last. I don't want to mess with it now. Just do this. Maybe Luminance will hit the monster. I wanted to do Elite last, since it's news. Well, and this is what kind of pissed me off. Like, I get it. New coach, first game, old stadium. You don't want to be out there being like, no, I'm going for it. You look like a diva who's like, I got to beat my team. And something kind of caught my eye. Maybe this is me overreading or something. But at the end, Russ was like, in the press conference, he was like, I never wavered. And he was like smiling like, see, I never wavered. Yeah, you did. Because you should have said, I'm the $280 million man or whatever I am. I'm going out there. I don't care. I want to win this game. You should have been in your coach's face. You should have been demanding that ball. Like, I can get this first down. And then live with the results. Don't walk off there smiling, thinking, passing the buck to the kicker with a kick he's never made one that long. It would have been a career record for him, right? That game pissed me off. Not because I'm in a double strike Survivor League, but everyone lost yesterday, and I had the Broncos. But like there's only 4 people left without a strike. I mean, a lot of people had the Titans. A lot of people had the Broncos. A lot of people had the what was the other big one this week? But that didn't even bother me. Like I could care less about it. It's not that league's not a huge deal. The game pissed me off because it was like, really, Russ? We've been waiting for this matchup forever, and you're gonna like not even give a shot. Out of 33, Charles Cross. All right, that's my vent for the day. That really pissed me off just for the sake of football. Our pen pal is going to be Wan'Dale Robinson for the New York Giants. It's going to be going out to Richard. What was the thing that, like, it doesn't have to be your team, but what was the thing this week that kind of, like, pissed you off in a game? I will say this, positive note, while you're telling me yours. I thought the officiating across the board this week was really good. It didn't seem like there was a lot of ticky-tack calls. They let the guys play. It wasn't egregious stuff. Derrick Henry there. But I was happy with the way the games went, the way they were officiated. I know. I kind of hate Wilson a little bit. Jamie and I went to the game last year and we got to watch Geno, who, you ask a Seahawks fan right now, Geno's even better than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was trash. They were mad they had him that long. There's so many butthurt Seahawks fans. They needed that win for the rest. They can hold on to that for the rest of the season. Out of 399, Rachaad White. But anything you saw this year, like, can't believe this was a shit. Boye Mafe out of 399 going out to the Hawks. Towgate for the Bears. What's Towgate? Zach Wilson. Thought that was numbered. That's why I stopped it. I was like, Zach Wilson out of, but it's not. It's just a base. Harrison Smith, elite coverage. There you go for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, their defense is pretty good, Jamie. They're going to win some games with that defense. And Geno just has to be Geno, the way he's playing. There's a Debo elite deck. Claypool, Edwards-Helaire, Sutton, and Kupp. And look at this. Burst out of 25 from Miami. Going out to Ian Hunt. Nice Tua burst right there. This parallel is awesome. Again, the camera does not do this justice. No way. But they won the game anyhow, right? You can't wipe the field with a towel. You shouldn't have been playing on that field then. Like, I don't know how wiping that field with a towel. I didn't see that. I don't know how wiping come on. That field was unsalvageable. Jamar Chase, High Life, Patterson, Carr, Cousins, Pitts, and there's a Kyler Murray Playmakers, Hill, and Donald. We still have an autograph to go in this. It was a monsoon, and that's why people were like talking about that. Listen, again, not taking the win away, not saying that it doesn't matter, but you cannot look at the player stats in that game. You can't look at like, oh, well, we did this. I mean, the thing you can look at there is grit, possibly coaching, being able to go without making like as few mistakes as possible. But I'm not at all going to say, hey, Fields is looking like this kind of quarterback, or Trey Lance is looking like this kind of quarterback, or, Khalil Herbert's going to be the guy now. They're not using Debo enough. That had to be a dude that was just like standing there to be funny, Chris. That picture, that was a funny picture. The seats like were just getting poured on. So I don't have an upset special for next week yet. I'm excited. I mean, my upset special tied this week, so I'm going to keep myself barely tied. 0-0 on my upset special of the week. Last week I picked the Texans as my upset special. Little upset. I put the bet in live on a break. I'll do that again this week. I haven't even looked at the odds yet. I'll probably do that here tonight as I'm laying down. All right, here we go. Kadarius Toney, Najee Harris. There's a nice Kenny Pickett rookie elitist. Let's save the turn of the century. Kyler Murray at a 99. Nice card there. Going out to Arizona. I mean, he's a guy that I need to see what's happening there. Like, he's scaring me a little bit looking at him. I don't have any shares of him, but TJ Watt, I mean, him and Daniel Jones are the last surviving quarterbacks in that 19 class that are starting. Jaquan Brisker at a 999. Aaron Jones and Josh Allen of the Jags. CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. We got Aaron Rodgers, Elite Deck. Parsons, Mixon, Allen, and Chubb. Jamie actually went and watched that clip I was talking about. Jamie, I disagree with you on that, man. I think that was, I mean, it's hitting a defenseless defender in a way, but we just expect them to be a little bit tougher. Rookie on deck, Kenneth Walker. The Cards are beat up right now like their offensive line. Boye Mafe, another one. That one's going to be at a 999. Michael Carter, Mark Andrews. There's a Breece Hall. Jackson, Montgomery, Jacobs, Lance. Look at this. Another one out of 349. Man, I don't know who got the first two, but this is the third letter on the out of 349 spellbound for Lawrence. And I think it is honestly the LA and W. Yeah, I get that, Jeff. I totally get that. You know, you want to be a good organization, you have to do all the little things, right? So I get that. I'm the same way. Like I'm like that with my team when I watch my team. You know, it's just like, yeah, but it's like the James Cook fumble. Like, you get him out. We cannot be the same old Bills, you know. You can't come in there as a rookie and fumble the ball. It can't happen. Get him out. We have two other guys. We have Zach Moss. You know, we really have three other guys. We have Zach Moss. We have Devin Singletary. Till they F up, it's no longer your turn. These look like they should be like really short prints. Wait, if you get one of these, check it out. It's like a really cool sheen on it. All right, Cam Akers, Matt Judon, McCaffrey, Judy, Tua, and it's going to be David Bell out of 99 for the Cleveland Browns going out to Chase. What up, Chase? Oops. Trying to put it in backwards there. All right, we need something big out of Luminance. So we are going to do some more football tomorrow, but I got to start planning some baseball because I now have Museum Collection. I have Immaculate coming. I have Topps Chrome coming. So we might slip a baseball break in. But what else will be coming out tomorrow is the invite to the weekly fantasy. And, of course, that may come Thursday, but it's going to be the Sunday and Monday games. So it's just the Sunday games, but because there's two Monday night games and there's such good teams playing on Monday night, and the Sunday main slate doesn't even include the Sunday night game. So we're going to go ahead and do Sunday and Monday for both weekly and season-long fantasy. I do still have WWE, Rob. I was just looking at that today. George Kittle. Has anyone heard any reports on him? What's his timetable? Laviska Shenault, Trey Lance, Micah Parsons, Devontae Adams, Robertson, Carson Strong. They didn't give us an autograph? What the hell? Well, that's not cool. All right, well, we'll figure something out there. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging on that one. Maybe it's our patch. I hope it's our patch. If it's not, we'll take care of you here. I've never seen that in Luminance. Well, and there's two thick ones here. So one of them's our patch card. So one of them is the autograph. It's bullshit. There's an autograph in this one. It just has, this has extra cards. Maybe we do have 3 autographs and it's just a patch, but still, Deontay Johnson. I'll take care of you guys. You know that. Don't worry. We got DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Herbert, T. Higgins, Dak Prescott, Dalvin Cook, Tom Brady, Brian Robinson, Cameron Thomas. We got a lot more than 10 cards in this pack. Hassan Haskins. There's a Mac Jones out of 50. And a Drake Leonard out of 249. And our autograph is going to be Jalen Weidermeyer. This is probably a Cowboy. I always love him. That's one of my favorite responses. It's probably a Trevor Lawrence. That's what people said last year. It's probably a Mac Jones. I probably need some sleeves here. Would you guys rather me dig up a card or do like... I could do that, or I could do like 4 extra $10 credits. What would you prefer? I'll do like 40 in credits, or I can dig up some sort of card to random up. I don't want to do it just one big credit. I would probably spread it out. I'll try to take care of you, be as fair as possible. Are you kidding me, Gino? All that, is he 2013, I think, right? All that stuff we ripped so many Genos. Well, hopefully, we've talked about this, guys. Have your stuff ready. Have it ready. Know where your Genos are when that happens. We've been talking about that forever. All right, we had the Fusion Cam Akers. I remember we opened a ton of them. What do you guys want me to do? They tried to write me off. I ain't right back. It was pretty cool. I liked it. Cortland Sutton. There's a Patrick Mahomes. That's a sweet man. He just, watching him throw is great. I just ain't written back. Jeremy Ruckert. And there is a George Karlaftis out of 99. And, you know what? They may have given us all of our autos. If that's the case, I'll find a really cool patch card to fill in there. That's what I'll do. If we get all 3 autos, if it's an autograph, I hate doing it. But if it's the patch card, that was a Mike Gesicki there, by the way. I can find a cool patch card, a relevant player at least. Let me do that. Of course, it will have to be random. Let's see if we got our autograph in here though before I get all excited. They did. Cool. All right. I'll find a cool patch card. So they skipped our patch. If they're going to short us something, it could be our patch. Aiden Hutchinson, dynamic. Jaden Waddle, James Robinson, Derrick Henry, Dak Prescott. There's a Justin Ross, Tyler Algier. How about a Jalen Hurts out of 249? And our autograph is going to be for the Pats. Pierre Strong Jr. That is the patch, correct? I wish I had a Ryan Leaf patch. Maybe I have a Geno. You'll have to give me a minute, though. I have to go find it. Just give me a couple minutes here. Let me see if I can find something. I'll try to be as quick as possible. Without, I don't want to just grab anything. So give me less than 3 minutes here. I'll be right back. Let me see what I can find quickly. I'm trying to find stuff here. I'm like throwing stuff around, trying to find anything. That's kind of a boring one. Here, I'll pull a stack out and go through them here. Some of the stuff I have. It's crazy how players like some of these names have been around. Like I got a ton of Jarrett Stidham. Game used Kiko Alonso. This one's kind of cool. You don't want a Drew Lock. I'm trying to find some neat stuff here. This is what happens when I dive into my cards, though. There's a Adrian Peterson. He wants to play for the Buffalo Bills. You guys hear about that? All right, how about this? Tell me what you think about this. I wanted something unique, something cool, but quickly. How about a shirt off my back? It's numbered out of 100. It's an authentic game-worn Eddie George. Is that a pretty good one? I saw he did. I mean, it's dirty. These are harder and harder to find. Pretty cool card, right? Is that a good one? All right, I wanted your approval on it. I wanted something unique, not just like, I had like DK Metcalf patch. I had like this, like Devontae Parker patches, stuff like that. All right, cool. All right, you guys know I always try to do you right. All right, shirt off my back, Eddie George. Here we go. Well, that'll be an extra random. That'll count as a hit. I love you guys. I want to treat you guys right. So that's probably worth more than even the autograph an autograph I would have found. Those game used ones are tough. So we got Aiden Hutchinson. I'm not going to go through all these here. Jalen Hurts out of 249. We got the Karlaftis out of 99. The Mac Jones out of 50. We have out of 249 Drake London. The Lukita out of 149. Kenny Pickett rookie elitist. Murray out of 99. And Trevor Lawrence out of 349. A nice 2 out of 25. Out of 33. Charles Cross. Nick Bosa out of 25. Danny Gray out of 149. Josh Allen out of 50. And a Brisker. Just a mini hollow. Once more, try to say that. All right, and here we go. We got ourselves 4 elite coverage for the Minnesota Vikings. And we are giving away, listen, don't go anywhere because we're giving away that paper football and $2 credit. So don't go anywhere yet. The paper football, and you're eligible for week 2 pick'em and week 2 daily fantasy. We got Pierre Strong. That's going out to the New England Patriots, Don Wiley. We had the Mike Gesicki going out to the Miami Dolphins. We kind of skipped over that. That was out of 99. Nice card there for Miami. Going out to Ian Hunt. There you got it. Weidermeyer for the Buffalo Bills going out to Eric Rothdener. And turn of the century David Bell for the Cleveland Browns going out to Chase Dane. We got the Wan'Dale Robinson for the New York Giants going out to Richard Myler. And this is the Hassan Haskins for the Tennessee Titans going out to Special K. He's been catching a little heat lately. And Sky Moore for the Kansas City Chiefs, Dougie Berger. And of course, before we go any further, we're going to do the shirt off my back, Eddie George, authentic game-worn dirty jersey too. So that's everyone's eligible for that. It will count as a hit. If you already got a hit, no harm, no foul. You're out anyhow. Hey, it was a good talk tonight about football. Yeah, I didn't see the Tailgate. Weren't the Bears in an early season thing with the with the Steelers last year with some reffing thing? Wasn't that pretty early? All right, here we go. Everyone eligible. Got ourselves a 10. Got yourselves a 10. So for season-long DK, that will come out tomorrow. That link will be out tomorrow. So if you're in that chat group, the chat group for fantasy will come out tomorrow, but the link won't be sent out until Thursday. LA Rams are going to get it. That's going to go to Zach McCarthy. It worked. It worked, Zach. That's funny. I hate when that works, Zach. I'm not going to lie. I hate when it works. You get other people doing that shit. All right. Now we're going to do hit list. And then after that, we'll do the paper football. You call that the Corey. Top 2 and final hit list credits. Good luck, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeff, don't even... Nah, Jeff. Don't do it. It's still... If it works, I'm going to lose it. Lions and the Broncos. Peter Burris and Doug Berger. It didn't work. All right. Now for the paper football. Here we go. Yeah. Not Pepper. She touched my Peppy Steve. Paper football giveaway. Min roll 5. As of right now, we have Larry, Zach, Fred, Brian. He says I never get picked for anything. Zach's on this list too. Zach got the card. He's already got a paper football. He got a fantasy spot like gifted to him. Gee, Zach, calm down. You're the KK Jr. over there. It's going to be the Chargers getting it. That's going to be Jeff Galvez. He does not have one yet. Jeff, let's see what team you get. Here we go. Good luck. Dig down into the... All right, we got one. It's the Green Bay Packers. So let's see these matchups here. Green Bay Packers going out to Jeff Galvez. I got my card in here. Jeff Galvez. Green Bay. Green Bay has Chicago Sunday night. The Broncos play Houston. That should be a win. Although, who knows? Steelers play... Who the Steelers got this week? New England could be a win there. The Colts play Jacksonville. And the Giants play New York Giants. I'm trying to familiarize myself with the schedule. Carolina. So we could have some runs. We could have some runs on this week. Yeah. Rob, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. I love this. You know me. I try to make this fun during football season as much as possible. It's not just cards here. It's family. So I hope you all enjoyed yourself tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll start getting a little crazy with it here. Already getting close to week 2 football already. It's nuts. The reverse trick. You're right, Zach. It's all right. We still love you, man. I'm glad you got your card. All right, guys. Get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.